Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Maisha Edmond, licensed cosmetologist in the state of New York. I am also a World Trichology Society certified trichologist. Very happy to be here. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. So, yesterday, I spoke about making it worse. And so, I have a follow up to making it worse. I am, like I said, a licensed cosmetologist. I am a certified trichologist. And I know a lot about. Potentially making a situation worse when it comes to your scalp. Why? Because, we just kind of like live with issues and deal with things. And so because we do it that way, we make up our own concoctions and we have our own remedies and things that mama said and grandma said. And while they meant good, it wasn't necessarily something that really was going to help us. And so I want to talk about, you could be making it worse, your scalp issues. So if you have a non-contagious scalp issue, a scalp problem like eczema, psoriasis, or neurodermatitis, I want you to share. If you know somebody, hey, good morning. If you know somebody with a non-contagious scalp issue, or if you are servicing people with non-contagious scalp disorders such as eczema, psoriasis, neurodermatitis, which is really common, then I want you to share this, and I want to give you some insight, talk to you about it, give you a few remedies that you can start are using today, and then invite you to come to the Situation Room here at Scalp Therapy Clinic so that I can look at you under the scope and talk to you about your issues and give you a treatment or two and let you see my new place, right? Okay, so non-contagious scalp problems like neurodermatitis is a skin disorder that actually leads to chronic itching and scratching. And so it often occurs with people who have eczema or they have psoriasis, right? And so that's what's considered neurodermatitis. So it's usually found in people that have these issues. And so if you have eczema or you have psoriasis and you find that you just have this chronic need, this overwhelming need to scratch because you are always itching, this is for you, right? So usually it's tied to people who are nervous, who are anxious, and who are depressed. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? People that are often nervous, very anxious, and depressed. They often will have experience neurodermatitis or that overwhelming chronic urge to scratch because they are itching, and it is usually tied to their eczema or their psoriasis. So if your child, if your spouse, if your client is always saying they're so nervous, and they're worried, if they are depressed, and you notice that they are itching, especially scratching and digging in the scalp, this is some information that you might want to write down and convey to them, because it's doing more harm than good, right? They could be making the issue worse. Why do I say that? Well, if you were with me yesterday, and you can check me out in my IGTV, you'll understand that that chronic itching and because of the scratching can lead to a lot of different things. Number one, abrasions on the scalp, right? The abrasions on the scalp, things that we don't see, can cause open wounds for your clients to or yourself to get a lot of bacteria into the scalp. And so then you have inflammation and infections and all kinds of things. And then when your hair falls out, you might erroneously attribute it to something else, like, oh, I shouldn't have colored my hair, or I shouldn't have drank that ginger ale, or, I did have 3 cheese doodles and the Lord told me not to eat cheese doodles. You see what I'm saying? So what's going on here is that you are scratching, you are causing damage that you don't necessarily see. Sometimes you may scratch it until you bleed, and then sometimes you're scratching it with crazy tools. Remember yesterday I talked about those tools, right? So you got a pen, you got a pencil, you got a nail, a letter opener, you got a nail file, you got a knife, you got a screwdriver, you got this janky rusted bobby pin that you have pulled open and stuck in your weave until it's time to scratch. And when it's time to scratch, Lord knows you are digging in there with a vengeance. Your muscles are showing, you are digging, you are grinding, and you are letting this itch have it. Okay, but I need you to stop, right? And so, because I need you to stop, I need to let you know that you could be making it worse. So, if you are anxious, if you are nervous, if you are depressed, these things are tied to that severe itching. When it comes to eczema and psoriasis, it's called neurodermatitis. And okay, so the first thing I want you to do, I know it may sound simple, or you might say that's easy for you to say because you don't have it. Stop scratching. What happened? You said something? Somebody call me? Okay. Stop scratching. Stop scratching. And you're like, how? Well, some people actually need stress management, right? You're stressed out and you're like, so, okay, maybe you don't go to a specific place, but how do you manage your stress? Because in managing your stress, what you're going to do is decrease that feeling that you need to scratch, right? So you want to manage your stress. Number two, and I wrote notes down. That's why I keep looking over here. You want to understand the importance of not scratching. When you have the facts, when you have the details of why you shouldn't scratch, you won't. Right. So if you know it's going to cause infection, it's going to cause my hair to fall out. I'm causing wounds. I'm doing more harm than good. Then sometimes that psychologically helps you to say, you know what? Let me not dig. Let me not scratch. Hey Bishop, how are you managing your stress? Because if you're able to manage your stress, then a lot of times you're going to nip a lot of different hair loss issues in the bud. How so? Thank you for asking. This is how. I noticed that a lot of people that I service, they are under a lot of stress, which then triggers alopecia areata, which is that patchy hair loss, right? So they not only have atopic dermatitis, which is eczema or psoriasis and different things like that, the neurodermatitis, which is that chronic urge for itching and scratching. But sometimes that stress level is so high that they'll begin to experience alopecia areata, which is the patchy hair loss, and which in turn causes the hair to just come out. Like you'll have hair today and you'll have no hair today. No hair today. And it'll be smooth. It'll be little round patches like a dime or a quarter size. And then the good thing about it is that if you can get a hold of your stress, it will self-correct. It may take a little more time if you don't come see me, right? But if you know a hair loss professional, somebody that has the tools and the education to help you, they definitely will be able to help that process along. But alopecia areata can be self-corrected. How do you know it's growing back? Well, what you will see is in that space where the hair is growing back, the hair will grow back gray, right? It'll be discolored because the pigment will be attacked and different things like that. But you'll see the hair grow back. It may grow back softer, finer, but it will grow back. And eventually, as it goes through a few cycles of the growth cycle, the hair will grow back. And so the first thing I want to say, the second thing, first, you want to stop scratching. Next, you want to manage your stress. Manage your stress. A lot of hair loss is happening with stress. How about another thing that causes you to lose your hair? And it's not literally causing you to lose your hair, but how about trichotillomania? So if you're stressed, if you are worried, if you are depressed, if you are anxious, you will start to twist your hair in places. And surprisingly, that pain of pulling the hair out is satisfying enough psychologically for you to keep doing it. And so you're literally pulling your hair out. You ever hear somebody say, I'm so stressed, I pulled my hair out? Well, this is what happens. It's trichotillomania. And so you could be making your issues much worse. The next thing is behavior modification. So what is that? That is changing your behavior to cope with whatever's going on. So if you're itching, you may not scratch, you might want to rub. If you're itching and you're stressed, then you want to go for a walk. You want to do the exercise. You want to make sure that you're doing things that are definitely going to help you to change the behavior. So behavior modification is absolutely going to help you. So if this scalp in this issue, you can do some things like scalp mask, right? And so the itching may be coming from so many different things. But if you have scalp masks or if you have shampoo that have salicylic acid, write it down. I will spell it SALICYLIC. If you have shampoo, read the ingredients to your shampoos, right? And your scalp mask. Don't let people just tell you, listen, I done made this in the back. Don't mind the chicken grease on the outside of the bottle. Mama told me to put this together. I'm trying to help you. Don't listen to them. I'm going to need you to run. But if you look at a bottle and it has salicylic acid in it or coal tar or both, you are in business, baby, because you are going to be able to use that to help to soothe the itching. Okay, so your scalp masks, and this is for your trichologists, for your hair loss practitioners, and also for everyday women and men that are itching and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm on fire. This is crazy. When you go to purchase a shampoo or scalp mask, salicylic acid and coal tar, either or both are going to help you. Okay, so let me think of an over-the-counter. Neutrogena tea gel has coal tar in it. I do believe that it has salicylic acid in it as well, but I'm not completely sure because I have to look because I use all professional products or more pharma grade products. But if it's over the counter, you can't take it. Don't you grab that extra dark and lovely neutralizing conditioner that came in your box of relaxer, because that's not going to help you. You're going to need something deeper. You're going to need something that's going to address the issue more directly, and that's going to be salicylic acid and coal tar. Okay, and so these are the things that the itching may be coming from. Are you ready? If you're writing notes, please, I might be talking fast. That's the replay. Number one, iron deficiency. Are you anemic? I love ice. I will drive to Sonic in the middle of the night for a bag of ice, honey. Okay. Are you anemic? If you are iron deficient, that means what? I need more iron. And how am I going to get it? Yes, you might need to get infusions. Yes, you'll probably take a pill or a drop, something liquid because it gets into the bloodstream quicker. But also, how about change your diet? Start to introduce more heavy iron, dark leafy greens into your diet. That's definitely going to help you. Hyperthyroidism. So if you have an overactive thyroid, you may experience this itching. Also, hypothyroidism. So if you have a low acting thyroid, so if you have a thyroid deficiency, you might be experiencing these things. Diabetes. And I've definitely heard of this. So if you or someone you know, someone you're servicing or someone you care for has diabetes, they may be experiencing this chronic itching. Also, chronic fatigue. Child, you tired. Sis, you need to lay down. Sir, lay down. Go to sleep because you're tired. And so if you have chronic sleepiness, chronic fatigue, you need to get somewhere and lay on down, relax, get yourself together. Trust me, when you get up, the problems, you can find them again. The bills, you can find them again. But you need to relax. You really need to just get yourself in order. And so depending on the underlying cause, these are the things that I can help you with, or your local trichologist or your hair loss practitioner can help you with. Number one, we can give you light therapy. So depending on what it is and what the underlying cause is, you can get light therapy in the clinic and it is going to help you. Number two, a low protein diet. So you can't just come up in the spot eating steaks like you at the roof, Chris. You got to slow down, and you want to decrease the protein in your diet. Now, listen, do it safely. If you need to speak to somebody, a nutritionist, your trichologist, or whomever, because we know that we need protein for the hair to grow, right? And then there's a such thing as a protein allergy where people eat too much protein. But sometimes you can do a low protein diet depending on the issue, and that will help you to stop the itching. And also, this is something that everybody can do: primrose oil. Okay. So when you're looking at all your oils, because Shawakatima and them have made you some oil and it's in a bottle and you really want to use it, but you're itching, I want you to look and see if one of the ingredients is primrose oil. If it is, then you in luck, boo, because you can use that and that will help to get rid of that chronic itching. And so I just wanted to share with you that you could be making it worse. Your non-contagious scalp problems, your neurodermatitis is a skin disorder that leads to chronic itching and scratching. And so if you have eczema, atopic dermatitis, or if you have psoriasis or any of the sort, these were the things that I wanted to help you with. If you are nervous, if you are anxious, if you are depressed, I want to encourage you to take a deep breath. I want to encourage you to take a walk, drink some water, child. Half your body weight in ounces is going to grow your hair anyway. So you could be nice and moisturized, your skin could be glowing, you could be real cute, and your hair is going to grow. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I want you to have a great day and happy hair growing.